The vast Southern Ocean, which surrounds Antarctica, is one of the world's richest and most diverse ecosystems. It's home to marine mammals, penguins and seabirds. It's also breeding grounds for numerous fish species and Antarctic krill. The Antarctic continent is protected by international law from mining and other exploitation, but the ocean around it is international waters, and as such, it's free to be fished. Two proposals for marine protection areas were being considered. The first covered 2.3 million square kilometres of the Ross Sea, south of New Zealand. These are key feeding grounds for penguins, seals, fish and whales. The second proposal covered 7 areas, 1.6 million square kilometres to the east of the continent, each one an important wildlife habitat.
The Southern Ocean is one of the most intact marine ecosystems on the planet. It contains around 10,000 unique species, including penguins and orcas. Scientists tell us that it is a critical laboratory for studying marine ecosystems and also the impacts of climate change.
Delegates from 24 countries and the European Union must all agree on any measures before they come into force. They've tried and failed to agree on protecting areas in the Southern Ocean before. During the last attempt, it was reported that Russia, China and Ukraine were concerned about losing fishing rights. This time, Russia and Ukraine disputed the international body's authority to set up the protected areas, even though they had previously backed the creation of another maritime protected area.
Our advice, strong legal advice, is that it does have that capability to make these decisions. There are also questions about the scale and some of the science around these marine protected areas. We're convinced that the proposals are very, very sound and have strong science behind them.
But without agreement, the proposed protected areas remain vulnerable to the world's fishing fleets. Those countries which back the areas remain committed to them, and their efforts to convince Russia and Ukraine to give up short-term profits in exchange for long-term environmental gains. Tarek, Bazley, Al Jazeera.